Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Atul, and in this tutorial we'll be going over how to create a bamboo tree within Speedtree. This will be a tutorial from A to Z how to create this. I've created a little texture for the trunks, link in the description down below, and we'll be using some Megascans leaf axes for the leaves. So without any further ado guys, let's dive in. So in Speedtree, let's right click in the scene, add geo, and let's go to trunks and add our tube. So in the spine force, let's take this down to about 18, and in the skin tab, let's take this down to about 0.45 and amend the blue curve. So double click here to add another point to make the top part just a little bit thinner. Okay, and while we're here, let's go over to the top part of the bamboo trunk and let's add a cap to it. In the geo tab, let's amend the offset of it and let's go add our material to this trunk. So let's double click here and let's locate the material I provided for you guys. This one. Let's open this. Yes to all the appropriate maps, like so, and let's apply it to our trunk. Alright, so now the next step is let's amend our UVs. Let's enable fractional and let's take this down a little bit. In the render view tab, let's select that and let's go over to scribe. As you can see, this is way too little for our displacement to work. So let's click the empty space there, window properties, make sure everything's set there. Let's go over to the tree and let's change this to quads, everything. All right, and let's select our tube. Let's go into the segments tab and let's increase this to about 12, as well as the radial to 12, or let's make this 16 and increase this a little bit more. All right, so let's go back into the render tab. Let's head on over to the displacement. Let's set this to material and let's give this to 0.25. As you can see, we're getting those iconic bamboo knots. If you want more detail at the top, let's go over to the segments and let's amend this orange curve here so it's not optimizing that much at the top. All right, so let's go over to the spine tab. Let's decrease this to about 15. In the generation tab, let's increase this to about 4. In the boundaries, let's increase this, and in the spine tab, let's give it some gravity. Nothing is working yet, so let's decrease the scale, and for all intents and purposes, let's just add this to the cap detail as well. So now let's add our first set of leaves. So let's right click here, let's add our branches, little branches, and let's put this to increase this amount. Let's work with the first and last, somewhere about there, and let's decrease the spine length. Let's take away the random value and amend the green curve. Let's just do maximum, and let's just take the top part down. Maximum, and let's take the top part down, something like this. And in the generation tab, let's make this so press at the top as well. And in the spine tab, let's scroll down to you see the noise and the late noise. Let's take this down to 0.1. So they're very, very straight. And in the skin tab, let's select that. And let's make this way smaller. I put 15. Sorry, this was the trunk. So let's take this back to default there. Let's select our little branches and let's take them down a little bit. Something like this. And in the UV tab, let's enable the fractional amount. And let's decrease this. Something like that. So now let's create our leaf shader. So let's double click here, create a new material, leaf. Let's add that, double click here, and just locate your Megascans leaf assets. So yes, to appropriate maps. And let's create our first cutout. So let's just enlarge this for a bit. Let's use the new deskew system and let's put this one over here, up there, scroll out, align this with the top one there, give this a curl, make this a bit smaller, and let's create our first leaf guard. Let's add a few points. I'll speed through this because this is a tedious process. Let's add those to the appropriate slots. And for the high poly one, I'll increase this. And the second one, I'll do that. Okay. So now let's decrease the spine value here. And let's decrease this value as well. Okay, so let's go back into the mesh tab and let's amend this so it looks like this. So all you need to do is select your delete points and just rub them away here, and just move up the anchor point to somewhere about there and re-amend those to the appropriate slots, like so. So now let's choose our little branches here, right click, let's add our leaves. Let's go into the generation tab, let's set this to interval, zero this out, and scroll down till you get the extend parent. Let's make this to any. Go over to the materials tab and let's add this to that. So now let's go over to the skin tab and let's enlarge this a little bit, something like that. Too large, so let's decrease that. Go over to the little branches and let's amend this green curve so that not that far out. Okay, and let's go over to the leaf tab and orientation, give it some sky influence. All right, and let's scroll down till we see curl. Let's curl them down. These ones more curling at the bottom, so let's decrease the ones at the top but more at the bottom. Okay, let's go over to the tube, more at the bottom, like so, and let's give these spines as well some gravity and decrease the top as well, so we see something like this. So now let's take that, Control C, Control V, let's paste this to that. Okay, let's scroll in here and let's go over to the generation tab, decrease this amount, something like 1. And in the generation tab, let's take this value down and decrease that. And let's go over to the spine tab and increase this spine length, something like this. And in the leaf generator, let's make these ones a little bit smaller. And while we're here, let's give this some random values as well as for these ones, some random values. Let's go over to the generation tab. So now let's go over to the generation tab of these ones, and in the generation tab, let's give this a spread amount, and let's give this a spiral like so, and let's give these ones some more length, and give these ones some more an angle, and give them some more gravity as well. So in the leaves, let's go over to the skin tab, and let's give this a fold value, and let's give this some random values as well. Go over to these ones, give this a fold, and give these some random values as well. So in the trunks, or the trunks of them, let's go over to the spine tab, and let's give this a random length value as well. Right. In the skin tab, let's go over to the absolute radius, and let's give this a random value as well. So some of them are a bit thicker and some of them are a bit thinner. Go over to the little branches here, and let's give them some more of an gravity, and let's increase the top part, something like this, and give these second set of leaves some more gravity and curling, and decrease them out. In these ones, let's generation tab, let's increase the frequency, let's increase where they start to something like this. So guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys found this tutorial useful and insightful. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button down below, and check out these 2 videos if you want to see something else. So stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.